There is a deep reason why you keep stepping on the same rake, waking up every morning in the same version of your life, even after trying hundreds of affirmations, dozens of meditations, and all possible techniques for changing thinking. And here is the real essence. You are not mistaken in the technique. You simply stubbornly continue to be the person you never planned to remain forever. You are stuck not because you don't know how, but because the old version of you still holds the remote control. Imagine every morning such a picture. You open your eyes right inside a hologram. Not a fantastic computer simulation from movies, but a real mental projection that was created by that part of you that once simply stopped growing. This hologram has a name. It is called your identity, and it is exactly what is now running the whole show. Every decision of yours, every sigh. But here is the main paradox. You don't see it at all. You look straight through it. It seems to you that you objectively see the world as it is, but in fact you see only a narrow corridor of possibilities that passed through the filter of the old self. That very self who got used to surviving at any cost. The one who turned pain into character traits. The one who repeats every day. That's how life is arranged. This is me. This is my reality, and nothing can be done about it. And now imagine that I come very close to you and whisper, none of this is true. Not a single word. And at this moment your brain most likely rebelled. Wait a minute. So I am not the one I consider myself to be? Exactly. And in this small crack, in this slight doubt, real light begins to break through. You were never created to live the same day 30,000 times, the same scenario, and then call it life. But that is exactly what your unconscious mind does day after day. It plays the same record, because the familiar equals safe for it. And the brain is evolutionarily tuned not for happiness and not for expansion, but for survival and searching for threats. Therefore, the bitter truth sounds like this. Your nervous system absolutely does not care whether your reality causes pain or joy. It only cares about one thing, that everything is predictable. That is exactly why any real change feels like a threat to life. Not because you are broken or meditating wrong, but because the old version of you feels the approach of its own death and desperately clings to life, throwing waves of fear, doubts, and fatigue at you. We were all once sold a beautiful picture. A quantum leap is something huge and external. A new job, new relationships, a sudden financial breakthrough, moving to another country. But this is a myth. At the quantum level, a real leap always looks like a collapse. The collapse of all other versions of you that no longer match the frequency you have finally chosen. Simply put, the leap does not happen in the external world. It happens inside. When you consciously destroy the timeline where you continued to play small, to fear, to hide, and to settle for less. You are stuck not because of a lack of goals, not because of wrong visualizations, and not because the universe does not hear you. You are stuck because your identity is still emotionally, biologically, and energetically tied to the past, like an anchor to the seabed. This is not a beautiful metaphor. This is physics. Your habits, beliefs, character traits. These are simply vibrational echoes that have been repeated so often and for so long that they began to seem solid, unchanging. This is who I am. But solidity is an illusion. Even the densest object is 99.9% empty space and vibrating energy. This means your identity is also a temporary construction of vibrations. And it can be dismantled brick by brick. Not with positive thoughts and not with willpower, but with a simple pulling of the plug from that version of you that continues to survive in a world where you no longer belong. You are not the person who wakes up in anxiety and immediately starts replaying yesterday's problems. You are not the one who endlessly sorts through thoughts like prayer beads. You are not the echo of old wounds that pretends to be your personality. You are pure consciousness that right now chooses a new frequency. And here is what is important to understand once and for all. The universe never reacts to your words, does not react to your desires, and does not even react to your actions. It reacts to only one thing, to who you are vibrating as in this moment. You attract not what you want. You attract what you are right now. Therefore, when you say, I want a quantum leap, I want a new life, but every morning you wake up in the old emotional state, you are not leaping. You are spinning in one place like a record with a scratch. To break this circle, you need to do one single thing. Allow the old you to die. It will hurt. It will feel like chaos, like loss, like real death, because energetically it is. You are not turning into a higher self. You are burying that version of yourself that has long expired. And here is the secret. A quantum leap does not start with a new goal, not with a new plan, and not with a new visualization. It starts with the funeral of that part of you that is still afraid of its own power. The life you are living right now was created by a person who is no longer alive. Everything that you have ever been told about reality is built on one huge lie, that you live in a solid, unchanging world of separate objects, atoms and particles that exist on their own, independently of you. But look a little deeper, into the very essence of quantum mechanics, and you will see something completely incredible. The smallest building blocks of reality behave not like matter, but like pure mystery, like living possibility. And this mystery obediently obeys your attention. For more than 100 years, scientists have been observing the same phenomenon. An electron can be everywhere and nowhere at the same time. It can be a wave of probabilities, a cloud of potential, exactly until someone looks at it. At the moment of observation, it instantly becomes a particle, a specific point in space. This means only one thing. The very fact that you are looking decides what exactly will become real. The observer does not just look at a ready reality. The observer creates it. This is not mysticism. This is not philosophy. This is an experiment that has been repeated thousands of times. And if a particle comes to life only under the gaze, then what else in your life is waiting for you to finally look at it with completely different eyes? You are not separate from the quantum field. You are entangled in it with every cell of yours. Your perception, your expectations, your emotions, these are not passive things. These are active forces that shape what manifests around you. You are not a viewer of your life. You are the projector. That is why visualizations, affirmations, writing dreams on beautiful paper may not work for years. If you do all this while remaining the old observer soaked in fear, disbelief, and control, you continue to look from the frequency of the past, and what you look at, you manifest. Period. In the quantum field, there is no one fixed reality. There is an infinite spectrum of probabilities, an infinite number of versions of you. The rich version, the free one, the healed one, the confident one, the loving one. All of them already exist right now as waves of potential. Which of them will become your now depends only on one thing: with which frequency you become coherent. This is not about hope, not about desire, and not even about action. This is about fine-tuning. Imagine that every version of you is a separate radio station. You do not hear 105.9 if your receiver is tuned to 88. Not because the station does not exist, but because you are not in resonance. Your identity is the receiver. As long as you continue to tell yourself, I can't, it's too difficult, it never worked for me, you are locked on the old wave. Shift the tuning, and the whole field will instantly reflect a completely new reality. The tuning does not sit in the head, it sits in the state of your being. Thoughts are electricity, emotions are magnet. Together they create an electromagnetic signal that you send into the field every second. The field mirrors exactly this signal, not your beautiful words. Most people try to change only at the level of thoughts. I will think positively, I will believe stronger. But the body continues to broadcast fear, lack, survival. The mind dreams of the future. The body broadcasts the past. The result is constant confusion, delays, half measures, almost succeeded. Desire is not the key. The key is identity. You manifest not what you want, but what your nervous system considers safe to receive right now. Therefore, a quantum leap is not climbing stairs step by step. It is an instant choice of another now, and complete becoming the self who already lives in it. The old job, toxic connections, constant struggle will fall away by themselves, not because you let them go with willpower, but because you simply stopped feeding them with your energy. Your future is not waiting someday there. It is waiting for you to finally start looking at life with the eyes of that version of yourself who is already there. The only thing that really slows down your breakthrough is the habit of looking with old eyes, from an old frequency, from an old fear. You wake up, and even before opening your eyes, a familiar wave covers you. The same thoughts, the same tension in the chest, the same bitter aftertaste of yesterday. You are not just lying in bed. You are waking up in your past again. Your body has become addicted to the chemistry of the old you, like to the strongest drug. Neuroscience confirms this. By 35 years old, 95% of your reactions, decisions, emotions are programmed patterns that work without the participation of consciousness. You do not control your thoughts. They control you. The longer you live in anxiety, guilt, stress, or a feeling of unworthiness, the more the body considers it the norm, the more it normalizes it. Familiar equals safe. Therefore, any attempt at real big change causes a quiet but powerful rebellion. Sudden fear, a stream of doubts, logical excuses, fatigue. The mind screams, "I want to grow." The body answers, "We survived exactly like this. Don't you dare change the rules of the game." Your body is your unconscious mind. All unlived emotions, all traumas, all limiting beliefs are stored right in the cells. The mind can forget. The body never. Every feeling creates its own unique chemical signature. Replay anger, shame, or fear for years, and the cells rebuild for this chemistry, begin to demand it like a dose. This is real biological addiction, and withdrawal from it feels like real death, because neurologically it is the death of the old personality. When you try to become confident, abundant, free, the body does not rejoice. It panics and demands the usual dose of old emotions. The discomfort you feel is not a sign that this is not yours. This is detox. Most people give up right here, confusing withdrawal with a path mistake, telling themselves, "Too hard, probably not mine." But this is a lie. The truth is that the old you is fighting for survival inside your nervous system. And until you learn to sit in this fire with full presence, compassion, and inner coherence, you will again and again fall into the same emotional pit. How to break the addiction? The first step is awareness, but not only in the head, but in the body. Become a detective of your sensations. Catch triggers that instantly pull you into the past. Notice a slight tightness in the chest when you start dreaming of something bigger. Watch how quickly the body resists feelings of lightness, wealth, love. Because the quantum field reacts not to your fantasies, but to the embodied vibration. Visualize wealth all day long. If the body broadcasts lack, you will get lack. The way forward is not to push harder, but to reprogram the state from within. Breathing practices, heart-brain synchronization, elevated emotions, repeating new neural chains. All this teaches the body to feel the future already now, before it has manifested. Generate gratitude, love, expansion without a single reason, and the brain will begin to rewrite the chemistry. Imagination ceases to be a dream and becomes reality and sensation. When inside you stop matching the outside is forced to adjust. It simply has no other choice. Ask yourself right now, what feelings have become your personality? What emotions do you wear like a mask? What memories do you replay over and over again, forcing the body to believe that the past is still happening? These are not just questions, these are real doors. Because the anchor is almost never in the external world. It is the emotional signature of the old self that you have not yet let go. Realize it, and you will stop being it. You will become the observer, and the observer always becomes the creator. Somewhere deep inside you, the old version is still clinging, not out of love, but out of habit. The nervous system protects what it knows. But what you do not consciously collapse eventually collapses you. All versions of you already exist simultaneously. The one that lives now is simply the one you fed with attention, emotions, and repetition. Withdraw attention, and the timeline will begin to disintegrate, like a radio station that was unplugged. Everything in your life is encoded with the frequency of who you were. Let go of this frequency, and reality will stop supporting it. Stop fixing the old, because fixing means acknowledging that it is still you. Just stop feeling like that person, even if nothing has changed externally, even if the bank account is still empty, even if the environment screams, nothing is changing. Close your eyes right now. Feel the energy of the old version, posture, breathing, heaviness, texture. Do not judge, just observe. Imagine it standing in front of you. Thank it from the bottom of your heart. It brought you here. It survived for you. It did everything it could. It was not broken. It simply became outdated. And now say quietly or out loud, "You no longer create my reality. I release you to freedom." Feel how the thread weakens, how something inside sighs with relief. This is not a one-time practice. This is a daily choice every second. Move, breathe, speak like the new version. Live from the state of already is, not soon will be. The more often you return to this vibration, even for a few seconds, the faster the old line loses power. This happens quietly, sometimes with grief, because it is real death. But in this death, freedom is born. A quantum leap does not happen when the universe finally gives you a sign. It happens when you stop giving a signal to the old self. Become a new harmonic. And the universe will meet you there, because it simply has no other choice. Even after this, many continue to ask, why has nothing changed yet? Why does it still seem like something is missing? The answer is painfully simple. You still want instead of being. The quantum field does not react to longing, to please, to how I want this. It reacts only to frequency, and the stronger you want, the louder the signal, I don't have this. Visualizations, affirmations, scripting work only from a state of complete inner coherence. Otherwise, it is just another ritual of resistance. Every emotion is a measurable frequency. Gratitude, trust, love create a powerful, coherent field that affects not only your body, but the entire space around. Live in lack, in waiting, in when will it finally happen, and the field will answer, as you wish. Those who make real quantum leaps do not ask the universe. They embody. They wear the new identity like skin even before the world has time to adjust. The gap between want and is closed not by effort, not by discipline, not by another technique. It is closed by a simple decision. You do not try to become, you become, entering this frequency and staying in it long enough. The mind will demand proof, guarantees. How will this happen? Do not give in. Become the cause, not the effect. Smile at the mirror first and it will smile back. Reality works exactly the same. The practice is simpler than it seems. At least once a day, immerse yourself in silence. Close your eyes. Breathe into the heart. Ask, what is the frequency of the version of me who already has everything? What does it feel like? Calm, lightness, strength, joy, feel, amplify. Stay in this for at least a minute. Without expectations, without bargaining, just coherence. Do this long enough, and the nervous system will recalibrate, thoughts will align, behavior will change, the field will adjust to the new signal. A leap is not a jump somewhere far away. It is alignment here and now. Remember, the external world was never the source of your experience. It has always been only a reflection of your vibration. And finally, the most powerful truth of all, the desired future is not a goal somewhere ahead. It is a version of you that already exists right now in the quantum field. You do not go to it. You are the portal through which it manifests in this reality. Everything you want to attract already exists, already vibrates, already waits. There is only one question. Who are you ready to become right now so that this version finally finds you? You do not create a new version of yourself from scratch. You choose it through vibrational correspondence. Stop waiting to feel different after something changes. Start feeling different right now because you are the cause. Stop looking for proof. Become living proof. Stop asking the field to save you. Start showing the field who you really are. When no one is looking, who do you choose to be? What do you radiate when no one is listening? This invisible but incredibly powerful signal shapes everything. People, events, synchronicities, opportunities. It either draws in your expansion or amplifies contraction. But today, right at this moment, you have entered real awareness. And from awareness, there is no way back. You now know you are not here to hope. You are here to harmonize, to embody, to become. The new you is not something that needs to be built over years. It is something you reveal layer by layer, frequency by frequency, choice by choice, breath by breath. If something inside you has awakened, if the old skin has begun to crack, if the vibration of your true truth is becoming louder and louder, it means you are ready. Ready to go beyond inspiration. Ready to be not the one who tries to manifest, but the manifestation itself. The field is always listening. There remains only one question. Which version of you is speaking right now?